Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I figured I'd do another, therapy session. Maybe I'll call it a therapy session. Maybe I'll name it what I think I'll name it. But I'm shooting off the hip, so I'll let it rip. Here you go. I've talked about Kanye West on this channel a lot lately. For those of you who are sick of me talking about him, I got another conversation here. I'm going to try my best to keep it without going into places I've already been. I don't really need to get into what I think he's doing or not. This ain't about him. It's about what's going on around him right now. I am thoroughly irritated by how many different non-connecting publications are explaining to us today, specifically today, that this man is being dropped by this company over here, showed up to this place over there, and was rejected. Something else happened where he was sent away from somebody else. It's like every single publication, regardless of what group it markets to, has told you today that this black man is not welcome in their circumference. All of the publications have made it clear that Kanye West is a bad guy on this day. And I'm sitting here like, Brett Favre ain't got none of this energy. Every time there's a black man who does something, it's always something like this. I'm just going to tell you the truth. R. Kelly was a horrible human being. But there's been many a horrible human being like him before. Didn't get 2 seasons of a damn show for his evil acts. I watch it. Jeffrey Dahmer, the only thing that man was known for was murdering black men. That's all he was known for. And everybody's running around like he's the biggest shit in the world. Kanye West said something that is floating around a lot of people's conversations. A lot of different conversations are being had. Information is being given to people in our communities that are allowing us to have certain conversations that Kanye is bringing to the table about our curiosity about certain things, particularly the Jewish people and the Jewish faith, and whether or not they are the real Jews, which is a very sensitive and disturbing and disrespectful topic, which we will not minimalize on this channel, on this day, or any day. That is what it is. But when somebody breaks that rule, when somebody goes against what they consider to be respectful, against them, you get this. And what I think he was trying to initiate was the fact that this is real, that he's showing us, look what happens. Look what happens if I say something about these people. We're living in a world where we tell everybody for years long time that Black Lives Matter, right? And we shun people for saying anything other than, and if you dare say anything other than that, it's a problem. And if you say the opposite phrase, you're basically saying the N-word. It's some weird culture we adapted to for a time. But when they really do matter to the establishment, this is how they actually behave. See what I'm saying? There's a difference. See, when they're trying to pander to you about what they want you to agree with so that they can keep up some bull crap, it becomes a campaign. It's a campaign. It's words in the street, pinning people against one another, further not explaining what actually it is, even though you're supposed to be a reputable publication. You're not explaining to people at all that this is not supposed to be this, but it actually represents that. But you let people go with their preconceived notions and hate each other over this phrase that's supposedly representing how much everyone matters. That's black, of course. But when someone actually matters, the lives that actually matter, the Jewish lives that they really protect, yeah, you even say the wrong thing about them and you get this. You cannot speak about them. Most of the people that I've spoken to barely even know what an anti-Semite is. Why? Because the conversation, as soon as it's said, this is what you get. You don't get to be that. The end. What the hell is it? You. Okay. That's it. And then stuff starts going away, the end. That's what Kanye's trying to get us to understand. This ain't the first time they've done this to a black man. They do this to people a lot. It's just that they've been able to get away with it under the shadows because it's something that we've all agreed with. I've seen black people in some of these comment sections sitting up saying, see, that's what Kanye get. You don't get to talk about them. You talk about other people. You talk about them. What? That's the problem. That is the problem. The freak you mean I can't talk about them? Can't talk about nobody, right? We're in the land of the free. Everybody's supposed to be mattering. And these are the people who are in charge of what it is that we receive in our heads because they control every damn publication there is. Clearly. I look on the sports channel, I'm trying to get away from Ye. I go on my sports channel, look on the NBA. Skechers has dropped Kanye West. All right, cool. Let me go to a different, I can't escape him in sports. Let me go see what's going on the cooking channel or something. Kanye West was not allowed in Skechers. I'm on publications for different stuff. Hold up. All right, I'm not interested in that no more. Let's go over to the science channel. Let's see what's going on in the science area. Kanye West is not allowed over there. Okay, but I don't care about him over here. How about if I go over here? What are we doing on the educational side? What's happening over here? Kanye West was dropped. And you start to understand exactly how much they have their hand in what you hear, you see, and you're subjected to. And when they are mad at someone, you get to see exactly how many different places they can attack that person at. Reaching your mind. Many different angles. Wherever you go, you can't escape. And that's what he's showing us. Y'all want to be offended by what he's doing to show us that. I don't give a damn about what he's doing to show us that. He can spin around in a circle and spit in the air. If that's what it's going to show us that, I'm good. Because that's what I need to see. A lot of y'all worried about what it took to get us here. He did what he needed to do to show us this. People worried about, oh, he did it. I was having a conversation with a lady. She was sitting up here talking to me about something. Oh, he did something to Kim Kardashian. Listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. Where did you get the information? I read it in a publication. The end. Look around. All of the publications are smearing him today. Do you actually believe anything you read in regards to this man when you clearly see how bad they're coming at this man? You believe anything you read about him? You shouldn't. Not after you see what his enemies are capable of. And he told us he was going to war 2 weeks ago. Now we're seeing them strike. We're seeing his enemies strike. If you watch my other Ye videos, I haven't changed my opinion on some of this stuff. I still will call him out for being selfish. I still think he's doing this for the wrong reasons. I still think if they gave him what he wanted, he wouldn't be giving them all this help. But I don't care about none of that. Why? Because God is showing me something through this situation. He's just the vessel from which it's being shown. He is showing us exactly how much of our brains are being warped by people who don't have our best interests at heart. They're out about protecting who matters to them while pandering to those they have the ability to reach, which is literally all. And if they don't like something come out of your mouth, they get to cut off all of your publications and embarrass you about it. Not only did they get to cut his money off, but they get to tell the whole world, no matter what corner of the world you're in, if you got a phone in your hand, that this dude is a problem. And all they proved to me was they were the problem. That's all they proved. All they proved is that they have this much control over all of us. And people mad at the wrong stuff. I don't give a damn what Ye's doing. Ye's this, Ye's that. Ye's a person. Ye is the vessel from which this nonsense has been shown to us. And we got to be wise enough to see what it is that we're dealing with and make sure that our kids are not under the same garbage that we're under right now. Yes, that's exactly what this is about. It's about making sure that our kids are not having their voices suppressed by people that don't love them. That pretend to love them, but really shows who they actually love when it truly matters to them that they do. Nah, this shows you exactly how much power you really have in this world. You think you're using your voice to do this, that, and the third. You think you got the right to do this, that, and the third, but let you piss the wrong people off. They're at the top. They have choices. If they don't like what you're wearing this morning, they can change what they're doing in comparison to that. If they don't like what come out of your mouth, they don't like what they ate this morning, whatever little human thoughts that come through their head will determine what you see in your phone, who they push away, who they let in. What else are they keeping from us? And why can't we have certain conversations holding them accountable if they're supposed to be the all-seeing, they got all the power and they can control what goes into our heads and stuff, but they're not playing fair? Everybody doesn't matter. So in my mind, you're not fit to govern. Never mind how you got there. You don't have the wisdom to see that that is not how you're supposed to be above people. You're not supposed to be either pinning people against each other or saying some matter more than others and then playing mind games with others. What do you think he's showing us? This is how they operate. If they were operating the right way, it wouldn't be no need to do all this. God wouldn't be revealing all this if they was moving the way they were supposed to be moving. They need to be held accountable. And that is showing, and they're showing us that now. They are showing us that now. Does Ye need to be held accountable for everything he does? Yes, so do I. So do I. But they do too. Who did this? That was an attack. And that was an attack on black people. Because Kanye is a black man with an opinion. And he don't get to keep that opinion because of who he talked about. Not that he talked about someone that way. Because if he says it about a different group, it does not matter. Maybe it took this for me to see that, because obviously that was the case for many years in regards to different situations, but I'm gonna wait. And of course, I'm going around saying this on Facebook and these various publications because I ain't gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not wired that way. And they silence me too. No curse words, no smearing, no bad words, but they start taking stuff off when I start pointing out the hypocrisy that I'm saying in this camera right now. I'm not allowed to say this either. But the difference between me and Kanye is I really don't care. I don't have anything and I'm not after anything. That's the difference between me and him. You can't buy me at all. I can't be bought. I'm on borrowed time. I've always felt that way. My message is always going to be more important in my life, so y'all better know that. But I'm a reasonable person. You give me information, I change my mind. You give me good reasons, you give me context, I'm a reasonable guy. But until I get that context and understand why the heck all of this is, I'm gonna be a problem for it. And that's what Ye is trying to express to you. Until you can give us a logical explanation for why you're governing this way, it's not okay. You give me some context and understand why you treat these people this way and that people that way, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Imbalance doesn't add up to this brain very often. But occasionally, I've seen that. I've seen times where it makes sense. Too much is over there, not enough over here, so you gotta have an imbalance. I get it. But if you don't explain it to me, I ain't going to. And that's the point. Every time we try to have this conversation about Semitism, whatever the heck it is, we don't get to. That's the offense. That's the offense. You're gonna do all this, you better communicate with me. I'm not yesterday's black. I don't go for that. You're gonna communicate with me, you're gonna have a problem with me. It's one or the other. I speak for myself. I ain't speaking for my people or nothing, but I guarantee you it's a million other voices saying the exact same thing. You better talk to me. I don't get to be silenced and then be quiet and be submissive. That's not how my spirit is wired. And ain't how my kid's spirit gonna be wired. So you better be ready to explain yourself if you're gonna govern this way. Because we are here, we're awake, and we're not going back into the cloud. We're not going to sleep. None of that. None of that. And as long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna be pointing out each and everything I see, whether you kill off Ye or not. It's going to be more. You don't get to dismiss us anymore. If we are the real people of Judah, we will find out. And we will hold others accountable just the same. And if wars have been going on for millions of years because of this, they will end. They will end. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching, and I'm out.